welcome to Grandma's house. And remember, I can at Grandma's. And that means I can read, I can listen, I can learn. So today, we're going to talk about Easter. Maybe you already know this story. I hope you do. Okay, Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and his mother's name was Mary, and his father's name was Joseph. And of course, when he was born, all the angels and the shepherds and the wise men came to worship him because they knew that he truly was the Son of God. Now, later, when Jesus grew up and became a young man, he met a prophet. The prophet's name was John the Baptist. And John the Baptist asked people to do no wrong and to have a strong faith in God. And John the Baptist baptized people. And John the Baptist baptized Jesus in the Jordan River. And when that happened, God sent a dove to let everyone know that he was his son, and he was very, very pleased with him. Later, Jesus went off to the desert, and he prayed. He stayed there for 40 days and 40 nights. He prayed about the good and the evil in the world, and he prayed for God's wisdom, his Father, to give him wisdom while he was still on this earth. And he loved the little children, and he always said, "Let the little children come unto me." Now one day when Jesus was preaching and teaching, there were 5,000 people in the crowd, and it was a very long day. And of course everyone was getting hungry. There was a small boy in the crowd, and he had 2 loaves and some fishes. And Jesus took those and blessed them, and the disciples put that food in baskets, and there was more than enough for the entire crowd to eat, because Jesus worked miracles all the time. Jesus would heal the blind. Jesus healed those who could not walk at all. Jesus truly was the Son of God, and he could work miracles. But not everyone liked Jesus. Some of the leaders of the temple did not like him at all, and they wanted to find where he was. There was a man named Judas who was one of his disciples, and he went to the temple and he told them where Jesus was hiding. So soon, Jesus was captured by a group of soldiers. They brought him to the governor named Pontius Pilate, and he decided to capture Jesus, and they did. And the Roman soldiers took Jesus to a hill, to a place called Golgotha. There he was crucified on a big wooden cross, and there were 2 other men, one on each side. And the people who loved Jesus were in the crowd, and they were very, very sad. But he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And then Jesus died. Now, Jesus was put in a tomb after he died, and in front of the tomb was a very, very large stone. And Roman soldiers stood by the tomb to make sure that no one came to enter the tomb or to remove Jesus. So 3 days later, because Jesus was crucified on what we call Good Friday, 3 days later, which we call Easter Sunday, the women came to the tomb, And when they got there, the huge stone was rolled away, and they were kind of shocked and afraid because an angel was sitting there. And he said, "Do not be afraid, for Jesus is not dead. Jesus is alive, and if you walk down the road, he will meet you there shortly." And the women did. They walked down the road, and they saw Jesus, and they were so happy. And then Jesus went to see his disciples, and they were so excited, so thankful to see him. And he told them, "I have to leave soon. It's time for me to go to heaven and to be with the Father. But I'm asking you, my disciples, to travel to faraway lands and to teach the word of the gospel, to teach others to love one another as themselves. And please remember," Jesus told them, "I will be with you always, even to the end of time." And that is the end of the Easter story. Happy Easter.